Hi, I'm Bobo and welcome to our weekly recap of Hong Kong real estate. Although interest rate cuts were expected later this year, recent developments suggest that this may no longer be the case. Last week's Federal Reserve meeting minutes indicated a lack of progress in fighting inflation. Several policymakers expressed that rate hikes could be necessary, drawing increased attention to this week's publication of the U.S. Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index and the Beige Book, which reflects regional economic conditions. Hopes for rate cuts could be revived if there is a slowdown or significant decrease in the monthly growth of the PCE index. Current interest rate trends remain unclear due to the diminishing impact of previous policy tightening. Banks have preemptively increased mortgage rates for commercial properties, and major banks are reportedly reducing mortgages for older buildings and village houses, now primarily managed by smaller banks with rates about 0.5% higher than typical residential mortgages. Amid the ongoing decline in housing prices, it's uncommon to find bank-owned properties in developments that have been occupied for about a year. In Tuen Novo Land Phase 1A project, a two-bedroom unit which was originally purchased by the owner in 2022 for about 6.57 million Hong Kong dollars came under bank control due to the owner's imprisonment and inability to continue mortgage payments. The bank attempted to auction the unit twice, with the most recent auction starting at a base price of 4.1 million Hong Kong dollars. It was finally sold for 5.1 million Hong Kong dollars at about 12,200 Hong Kong dollars per square foot, marking a drop of $1.47 million or more than 20% from the transaction price about 2 years ago. Following initial sales of new railings projects, developers have slightly slowed flat sales. Most developments are now in the planning stages, with over 2,500 units expected to hit the market in June. One upcoming development, Vantage International's One Wood Road in Wan Chai, released its floor plans and show flats available for public viewing, with sales expected to commence shortly. Additionally, Henderson Land's project in Hung Hom, formerly known as Baker Circle, has been rebranded as Midtown South, with its latest phase named The Haddon. Details on floor plans and pricing are anticipated later this week. The project will feature 450 units ranging from 1 to 3 bedrooms. In Tuen Mun, 2 new developments are set to launch, including Early Light's first residential project in Hong Kong, Gold Coast Bay, to be developed in 2 phases, offering a total of about 1,300 units. Phase 3B of Sun Hung Kai Properties Novo Land is poised to launch soon with 769 units. Looking at the first-hand market, the past weekend was focused on clearing remaining inventory, recording about 65 transactions. This marks a 73% week-on-week decline, the lowest in nearly 3 months. Lohas Park's Park Seasons project recorded the most transactions, launching a new round of sales on Saturday, offering 154 units and successfully selling 28 over 2 days, generating over 150 million Hong Kong dollars for developers. Another 5 units in Ho Man Tin's On Man Tin Phase 2A development were sold by tender, totaling about 128 million Hong Kong dollars. With no new project launches over the weekend, the secondary market saw a rebound in transactions. Hong Kong's 4 biggest property agencies recorded 2 to 10 deals for the city's top 10 blue-chip housing estates. Centerline Property recorded the most transactions, marking a 150% increase in weekly transaction volume, but also reaching double digits for the first time in nearly a month. As new low-price projects continue to attract buyers, second-hand owners have been more willing to sell at low prices, driving a rebound in trading. Let's check out 3 loss-making transactions of homes purchased in recent years that illustrate this. Our first case comes from the blue-chip housing estate Tai Koo Shing, which recorded 1 transaction over the weekend. This was a lower-floor 3-bedroom unit in Kaoshan Terrace Huashan Mansion. Measuring 685 square feet, the unit was sold for 8.8 million Hong Kong dollars at about 12,800 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. The original owner bought the flat at the end of 2021 for 12.3 million Hong Kong dollars and only held it for about 2.5 years, booking a loss of about 3.5 million Hong Kong dollars. Meanwhile, at Monte Vista in Ma On Shan, another owner who purchased their flat in 2021 exited the market. This was a lower-floor 3-bedroom unit in Block 11, measuring 765 square feet. The unit was sold for 7.3 million Hong Kong dollars at about 9,500 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. The original owner bought the flat for about 9 million Hong Kong dollars and lost 1.7 million dollars upon selling the flat. Another blue-chip housing estate, City One Sha Tin, also recorded loss-making transactions. This was a middle-floor unit in Block 40 with 2 bedrooms and a saleable area of 304 square feet. The property changed hands hands for 4.54 million Hong Kong dollars at about 14,900 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. Based on the unit's purchase price in 2019, the original owner booked a loss of 460,000 Hong Kong dollars. For more information on the secondhand market, stay till the end of this video for this week's recap of secondhand transactions across each district. That's all for this episode. See you in the next.